Alright, so, oh boy, I'm gonna make some people mad. I'm already aware. So, yesterday I did a video talking about what if Frieza existed in the Marvel Universe. So I thought, how about we bring another villain into another universe? But this time around, we're gonna bring a comic book villain into the world of Dragon Ball. So yeah, as you can see from the title, what if Darkseid existed in the Dragon Ball universe? So, yes, I already am aware that this is, like, I say this all as a Dragon Ball Z fan, as a fan of Dragon Ball Super and all that. I also am going to look at this in the form of a DC Comics fan, and I can already tell you, from the get-go, Darkseid is going to be the single biggest threat the Z Fighters have ever encountered. And I'm going to break it down as to why. So, for this, we're going to have not just Darkseid, we're going to have the world of Apocalypse on a whole as the, center point. Now, Darkseid... Now, I'm not going to be like, oh, what if he fought Majin Buu or the android? It's not like that. We're not going to have that, because I know someone's going to be like, well, Majin Buu can just turn him into candy, and then, eat him, and then get all of his power. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to just talk about, the existence of Darkseid in this universe. I can also guarantee you that that's not going... Darkseid doesn't work like a Dragon Ball Super villain, your typical Dragon Ball Super villain, on a multitude of levels. So let's say, Darkseid exists in this universe. First off, it's not like within the in the DC universe, where in that universe there are, there's the new gods, there's other people keeping him in check, there are other beings, and also his own machinations. So let's also take out the anti-life equation. Darkseid is the epitome of evil, and there would be actual big competition for Darkseid in this universe. I mean, I think he would be at war with Frieza. He'd probably win that war, but it would be a war nonetheless. If Apocalypse and Frieza and his family did exist in this continuity, they'd be at war with each other. I also imagine Darkseid would probably either look for Bibidi and either have... Because he's not an idiot. He's gonna, if he sees potential in something, he's gonna take it for himself. So I'd imagine if he ever found Bibidi, he'd probably be like, so here, he's just gonna show up in a boom tube, walk out with his hands behind his back, and just be like, so here's your options. You could either make that thing for your building for me, or you're gonna get Omega sanctioned to oblivion. You got 5 seconds to answer. I think you know which answer you're gonna take. So... that's what we're looking at here. Now, Darkseid, I think, if he existed here, he would be recognized by the Kais, he would be recognized by all of that, and they'd be like, this dude does not work like how you fought like anyone before. Darkseid is the embodiment of evil itself. And I'm not talking like metaphorically or theoretically or any kind of fancy words you would think. He is evil incarnate. He is the embodiment of evil straight up. And on top of that, you can't kill him. You cannot kill him in any way, shape, or form, in any meaningful way. Because the Darkseid you're looking at, that ain't him, that's an avatar. The real Darkseid, Waxus, exists outside of the multiverse in this pure energy form that you cannot get rid of. So, let's say, now... since I said, Apocalypse is here, we've also got, Darkseid and Calabac and Granny Goodness. I do see that, had these, forces exist, with this army, if Darkseid came to the Dragon Ball Super Earth, this dude is going to come at you with his parademons first. And I do see that the Z Fighters, even Yamcha, maybe, and, Krillin and all the other, let's call them what they are, lesser fighters, would probably be, fighting for their lives, but these guys could probably take out parademons. They would probably also hold their own against a lot of Darkseid's lieutenants, like Steppenwolf, Calabac, Mantis, there's a lot of them. But here's the thing. You can't even count out, Granny Goodness or Darkseid, because the technology of Apocalypse is god level. These things have they have weapons that have obliterated universes. And if you don't think they wouldn't hesitate to use that, yeah, they're not. They're gonna use it and probably even, capture someone, mind control them. I could totally see, 18 being abducted. Wow, that was a sentence I'm never going to say again. And 18 being taken and being brainwashed into being a female Fury, or Videl, or some of the other female Z fighters. Even the male Z fighters would be captured. It would be also that Darkseid could even get into Vegeta's head, like how Babidi got into his head during the Buu saga. He could easily do that, and Darkseid can just influence you into that. And Darkseid has weapon machinery that can also alter your brain, alter your mind. They could just take someone and make them evil again. Hell, they could probably take Piccolo and, basically be like, you were evil before, we could just make you evil again, because they could just do that. On top of that, I think, the one Z fighter that Darkseid would be like, that one, would be Gohan. I personally feel like Darkseid would be see Gohan and all the potential he has and be like, oh, you were depowered before, but now I see that there's so much untapped potential that even your father could be afraid of. If I was to make you my champion, I can give you all of that. And oh, you don't want to go? Well, I wasn't asking nicely. In fact, I wasn't asking at all. Now, like I said before, Darkseid doesn't operate like a Dragon Ball villain. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do the whole, I'm going to stand around and watch you power up to Super Saiyan whatever. I'm going to blast you while you're doing that, because I'm not even if you could reach a level, even if Goku could get to Ultra Instinct or something, or Vegeta could go Ultra Ego, or Gohan could go Beast, he's not gonna let you do that. He's just gonna Omega beam you, and blast you into another, and just blast you into atoms, because he's like, you just left yourself open to an opportunity. And even Goku would be like, yeah, you're not supposed to do it. You're supposed to let us power up and go. And Darkseid's like, what? So you can almost punch me, and you left yourself open to an attack. I don't do these rules. He's not like that. Now, here's the big question. When he runs into Beerus, you're probably thinking, well, Hakai is going to take out Darkseid. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because Darkseid, like I said, even if Beerus showed up and just went Hakai on him, Darkseid, like I said earlier, that's an avatar of Darkseid. He can just reform himself. No matter how many times you do Hakai on him, it's not gonna work. He can just make it, and the only Dragon Ball Z character, and I'm not trying to sound like, a DC nutty hugger here. I just know my comics. The only real Z fighter that could maybe, and I do stress the word maybe, be on Darkseid's level if you fought the true Darkseid, is Zeno. That's about it. And maybe maybe Buu, but even then, the whole absorption thing, well, maybe even not even Buu, because Darkseid could just, just delete the avatar inside of Buu, and then just, alright, reform him, and then atomize him. That, I don't think people realize, when you talk about power, a lot of people look in power levels and whatnot. Darkseid is beyond, and a lot of DC characters are beyond that. Darkseid doesn't operate like that because he's already beyond that level. He's beyond that. He is just to sum it up perfectly, Darkseid is whatever you could the Z fighters could possibly throw at him. He is. You can't stop him. And you could say, oh well, Superman beats him all the time. Yeah. Because Superman's almost on that level, and even then, Superman gets his ass trounced a few times, more than once. There's great comics out there of people saying, showing oh, Darkseid, Superman can do this and Superman can do that, and I love Superman. But even Superman has said, I would never go head to head with Darkseid unless I go in there to kill him. I would never face him head on, and even then, I don't know if I could take him. So yeah, and also Darkseid. Again, we cycle back to Darkseid doesn't operate like your typical Dragon Ball villain. He operates as he is. He's not going to let you power up. He's not going to let you, you know, do anything. He's going to be like, so you're going to fight me one-on-one? I mean, okay, just easier to kill. You're also going to send your strongest fighter first. Like, this would be something he would say, like, you know, so Goku's going to fight me first, your strongest fighter, and when he goes down, you're just going through the lines instead of attack. I mean, it's not going to work, but, like, it's more, like, people are just going to try to, like, it's more of a thing for me to hit. And on top of that, Darkseid don't need to kill you to get rid of you. He could just Omega Sanction you and make you experience deaths multiple times over. So he could just hit you with that, and you would just be no longer a problem. Hell, Omega Beams. He could just wipe you from existence with that. I'm not saying this all is like a, you know, some DC nutty hugger or something, or, you know, I just have read enough comics to know there's literally nothing you can throw, there's literally nothing the DBZ fighters could possibly throw at Darkseid to where it's gonna matter. Even if they encountered the true Darkseid, encountering true Darkseid is like meeting Cthulhu. It's gonna drive you insane. So Goku could just teleport, like instant transmission to where a true Darkseid is, Uaxis, and then immediately his brain's gonna break. It doesn't, like, that's the thing. Those who have encountered real Darkseid have had, like, a moment of, like, I don't know what I can't mentally comprehend that. And Goku's never really done well against, you know, psychological warfare. Namely because it was never a big thing, but still, we do know that, like, he does, like, even in a physical fight, Goku could probably punch and probably go for a few blows with him, but then Darkseid's just gonna be like, okay, what else you got? Now, do I think they could? Do I think the Z fighters could take on a lot of like Darkseid's minions? Yeah, they could probably hold their own. They could definitely hold their own against like the parademons, but like they would have some. I do think, because again, they are like they're gods. It's a whole race of gods. I don't think people realize. Like, I know, like, even it's hard for me to comprehend sometimes that it's like, yeah, they are all of them are gods, even though it don't look like it. So you're basically fighting a god every encounter, who are using god-level technology to counter beings older than the universe. Yeah. So I think just Darkseid is just going to trounce the Dragon Ball universe. I know that's a hard thing to comprehend, but like that's a strong possibility. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you think it would be like if Darkseid existed in this universe? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.